Welcome back to part 3 of the Forgotten City. We just took on a quest from Cynthia here. Her sister has gone missing and she gave us a quest for that. And it is the Vanishing Act right here. But we're not going to do that right now. We're going to do the Golden Rule. We came here to learn about that Golden Rule, so we're going to do that right quick. So, gonna see what else we can do around here before we even go up those stairs. Produce bowl, let's inspect. These carrots are purple as they were before the modern orange carrots were cultivated. Ah. Okay, that leads us to the yard here. Got another statue. Will you speak to us? No. But that's nice sun glare. God rays. In an era that loves their gods, God rays takes on a whole nother meaning. Alright, let's go up the stairs and learn about this Golden Rule. Hello. I have no idea why I'm here. I just happened to teleport. Yes. Look at me all you want. Here's the magistrate, I guess. Let's see if we can steal anything. So we can. There's money in there. But if we do something unlawful, we are taking on a big risk. If we get caught with that money. A note from Scintilla. In summary, Scintilla expresses gratitude to Sentius for adopting her. They kind of spelled expresses wrong there, but alright. Nice little view up here. Alright, let's go talk to our guy. Inspect. A small household shrine where ancient Romans offered daily prayers for protection. All right, get a little history lesson in this game. Hello, buddy. Magistrate Sentius.
We're finally alone. I assume you already know who I am.
Kinda.
May I know your name?
I'm Alalia.
A curious name to match a curious accent. But I digress. Now, you're probably wondering why I summoned you, and I'll get to that. But first,
You actually summoned us?
take a look at this wondrous place, would you? A secret city built deep in the mountains, many hundreds of years ago.
It's actually beautiful.
Indeed. More importantly, consider the miraculous community we've built here over the last 7 months.
7 months.
22 complete strangers brought together by the fates, living and working together in our own little paradise.
So all these people were brought here.
And in all
some
that
reason.
time, not a single sin has
No
been
sin.
committed. No fights, no theft, nothing. Have you ever witnessed something so extraordinary as a city without sin?
A city without sin. Can't say that I have.
Nor could I until I came here. But the reason for this miracle is as simple as it is terrifying. If even one person commits a sin here, every last one of us will die.
Oof.
You see, the builders of this place, whoever they were, left inscriptions warning, "The many shall suffer for the sins of the one." From what we can gather, breaking the law here will anger the gods and provoke a terrible punishment. Like the curses of Medusa and Midas combined, turning us all to gold. We've come to call
So
it
that's why some are
the
gold.
Golden Rule.
They
It's
sinned?
extraordinary that we've survived as long as we have, and each day I grow more and more afraid that our time in the sun is almost up. And now it seems that day is finally here.
Someone's going to commit a
Matters is
sin?
that somebody in this city is about to break the golden
Oh, damn.
Why else would Proserpina send you now? Unless you and I can stop them, our doom is assured. I know
What?
that's a lot to take in, and you look like you have questions. Please, ask away.
What if we were here to do the sinning? Tip, these questions will be available later. What counts as a sin here?
An intelligent question. There was a good deal of debate about that in our first weeks here. Does it refer to crimes or to some other ill-defined wrong? Of course, everyone agrees on the basics. No theft, no assault, and certainly no murder. But beyond that, it was more difficult to reach a consensus. What about lying, insulting someone, blasphemy, trespass, trying to escape, bribery, infidelity, suicide? As magistrate, I had to exercise leadership, and so I made a decision. We must uphold the laws of the Empire to a standard never before seen.
Everything is a sin.
We must honor the peace of the gods, the sacred accord between the gods and the people of Rome. It is only by offering the gods the proper respect that we may prosper, as Rome has for centuries.
I'm not sure if that's a good idea. What is legal isn't always moral, and many of your laws and customs are considered barbaric where I'm from.
Barbaric? Barbaric? What are you talking about? The Empire is the most civilizing force in the known world. Rome is a beacon of light in the darkness. For 800 years she has borne great statesmen, philosophers, poets, artists, and engineers. We have comprehensive laws protecting the rights of our citizens, which have unified countless warring tribes all across the Mediterranean and beyond, from Gallia to Judea. All our citizens are treated the same, regardless of the color of their skin or their sexual preference. Can you say the same? When
In our
people are
era,
starving, they are
probably
given
not.
food rations, and when they are wronged, they have the right to bring the guilty party before the magistrate. Our laws forbid treason, murder, assault, and rape, as well as theft and arson, and so on. No other civilization in the world is so advanced, and you have the hubris to call us barbaric?
Didn't really call you barbaric. I'm saying those practices kind of like could be. My mistake.
I have made my pronouncement on the subject. Unfortunately, there are still those here who resist, whispering blasphemous and treasonous lies in the shadows. I would be keeping a close eye on them if I were you.
What did you mean when you said Proserpina sent?
You see, in my search for a way to save my people, I learned of an ancient ritual to Proserpina, the goddess of the cycle of life and renewal. It's said to open a doorway in time.
Which happened?
The unthinkable happens. One person can pass through it and travel back to the past. And when I saw you arrive in a flash of light from the goddess's shrine, I knew that person was you. You don't belong in our time, do you?
You're right. About 2,000 years in the future.
2,000 years? That is unfathomable. Please tell me, in your time, what did you see? What had become of us, of this city?
I'm gonna lie. I didn't see anything.
Lie all you want, but I see the truth in your eyes.
Do you have any suspects?
Do you ever stare at a problem for so long that you can't see it for what it is anymore? What's needed here is a fresh pair of eyes. The less I prejudice the independence of your investigation, the better.
You think it could be related to Scintilla's disappearance?
Ah, so you know about that already. It's a devastating loss, of course, but that was over 3 weeks ago, and whatever happened to her, it didn't break the golden rule, so I don't think it's connected with our imminent demise. Still, if you happen to find her and return her to me, I would be eternally grateful.
How do I know you're not responsible?
What reason could you possibly have to suspect me, of all people?
Fair point. What do you really think?
Well, all right. There are those who wish to vote me out of office so that they can pursue their own misguided political agenda. Frankly, their selfishness and recklessness risk destabilizing the entire city. I would be looking very carefully at them if I were you.
The ones that would like to vote him out. So if I do, why can't we understand each other? I don't speak Latin.
You mean you couldn't speak Latin before you arrived here? How strange. But the gods are active here, and their temples and shrines hum with power.
So we magically know
else in the empire.
their language.
Perhaps when Proserpina brought you here, she planted the seed of Latin in your mind so that you could better serve her.
Awesome.
Indeed.
So why can't you investigate?
Well, I believe you're in the best position to go around asking people questions. You're new here, and it'll seem perfectly normal. As for me, well, it pains me to say my attempts to impose order have not earned me many friends. I fear I may not even remain magistrate after today's election. The people here would only treat my curiosity with suspicion. You shouldn't have that problem, though, unless, of course, you get off on the wrong foot.
Fair enough. So how does the ritual work?
All I can tell you is that it's a ritual sacrifice to Proserpina. I stumbled across instructions. I have to recite a prayer, and of course, as with all rituals, some sacrifice is involved. Usually that means wine or food, or in some cases a live animal. In this case, the sacrifice is rather more costly. The life of the person performing the ritual.
Oh boy.
I don't suppose you saw any sign of me in the future?
I did see human remains in the temple. I don't remember seeing that.
I assume that was me. If I'm forced to perform the ritual, it's going to cost me everything. You'll try to make sure I don't need to use it, won't you?
I'll do my best.
Well, I suppose that's all I can ask for.
So if I do this, will you get me back to my own
If I
time?
understand Proserpina's ritual correctly, that problem should take care of itself. And let me see if I can explain. If you manage to prevent the sin that breaks the golden rule, I won't need to bring you here. I won't create the portal, and you will never have been able to come here. Thus, you'll have created a paradox. If this occurs, you should be flung back to your own time, having changed the past for all of us. Make sense?
All right, that's how we get there. I think so. That's all the questions I have.
Good.
Gotta create a time paradox.
Can I count on you to figure out who's about to break the golden rule?
I'm in.
Wonderful. Now, I need you to investigate the city, talk to everyone, help them if it'll win their trust. I authorize you to enter private homes and inspect possessions and documents, unless, of course, you're asked to leave. Figure out who the culprit is, and as soon as you have a name, come back and tell me immediately.
All right, I'll get started.
Oh, and one last thing. If I were you, I'd start my investigation by visiting Lucretia at the Shrine of Apollo in the Forum. I heard wailing from there not long ago.
Dying
Seems like
gas.
something's not right.
I'll see what I can do. All right. We are going to stop it there. I will catch you guys in the next episode. See you in a bit.